Guys, you're here again. BlackPopTv bringing you only the best, most inspiring people for you guys to check out. We're here today with, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Tell the people your name first and foremost.
My name is Mai Manniche. I'm a jewelry designer having the company JEWLSCPH in Denmark.
Tell us about your background. How did you start?
Well, actually, I've always had a big passion about jewelry. Since I was a little girl, I always made the jewelry on the kitchen table. It's the total cliche. But then I took a bachelor in media and communication at the Copenhagen University, and I traveled a lot as a model. And then I was like, well, I have to do this. It's my passion, making jewelry. So I just had to do it. And then I started my company back in, I think it was 2005, and one day took the other, and it's my passion. I love everything about jewelry, what it expresses, and the beauty and the passion and the love that jewelry represents.
Cool. What has been your inspiration really to get started the jewelry business is difficult, man. What inspired you? Tell us.
Well, for me, it's my passion. It's what I love. And I would love to say now that, well, I'm inspired by the flowers falling from the trees and stuff like that. But I'm inspired by women, and I'm inspired by the culture and the fashion industry, and I'm inspired by other artists and the way they mix colors together and all that. I'm inspired about the life. So my passion and the jewelry, I don't know how it comes to me, but it comes to me in some way.
Tell us about some of your designs from the very beginning. What was your favorite piece, say?
I don't have one piece that I totally adore, but I'm like, when I come in the morning at the office and I look at my jewelry, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is my life. I see all these precious stones and all these designs every day. I can work with what I love most. But there is, of course, some special kind of designs that mean something special for me. For example, I made the power necklace a few years ago with the singer Aura, which is a combination of the heart and the peace and the women's sign in one, symbolizing women's strengths.
How would you define the difference between your style and what's out there, at the moment?
The major difference is the quality. And I'm very passionate about the gemstones, the precious stones. Everything is real. It's silver, it's gold, it's the real stuff.
But I see a lot of these jewelry designers sort of designing like skulls, for instance. What do you think about that?
I have respect for them doing that, but I would never do it myself, because for me, jewelry is about love. And designing something that have a symbol of death, it's so totally against what I believe in.
My darling, I recently was delighted to attend your recent showing, your new collection, in fact, in an amazing place. And the interior was sensational. So compliments to you on that.
I think it's important to make events and to visualize your jewelry, to make it in some different way. And that is actually also what I'm known to do. I make jewelry shows, I make big events. I do something other than other people, other jewelry brands do, because I think it's important to do something. Like fashion makes shows, well, why shouldn't I make a show?
What inspired you? What gave you the idea to sort of make a presentation?
Well, I was like, we have to make something extraordinary, something that is very clear to see, because at Fellowpillow, it's an amazing area, a big room, and there's very high up to the roof, and everything is so elegant. And we have to make something that symbolizes also nature and that. And I was like, let's put the jewelry in some ice. And then the guy who was making the ice, he was like, okay, we can make something flat with the ice. I was like, no. We have to make something that goes up, and where you see the necklace is 360 degrees all the way around, and it would be a bust for the event. And it was so nice. I loved it.
Who was the guy who made it?
It was a guy called Tommy from something called Plus Eyes. He's making like a lot for also putting jewelry, putting flowers and putting everything in ice. I mean, whatever you want to. But as a client, you have to also know what you want.
Sure, indeed. And I love the building, even though some of you out there don't agree with the Freemasons. And I know from the stories that I've heard about Freemason buildings, women were not allowed in there. So I actually enjoyed...
They are now for sure, yeah. And this necklace is about women and empowerment, so we gave them something to talk about then.
You have certainly styled some big names that you and I, we read about every day in the newspapers, we see on TV, and you style them, don't you?
I really love to style women and it's all kind of women, because for me jewelry is about underlining your own personality.
Okay, what about weddings? Tell us about weddings.
Weddings.
Have you done loads of weddings?
I've done a lot of weddings and I've done a lot of wedding rings.
Wow.
And I love it, engagement rings. And I love it because it's very nice for me actually, because when a man comes to me and say, well, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend, most of them, they're very nervous. And I actually end up like, for a lot of them, guiding them to do all the proposal and how they should propose and how they should do everything. And I love it.
I must ask you, don't be shy now. So when are you going to get married then?
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know, but for sure it's going to be a very, very, very big diamond ring when he comes.
You know what, guys, I was just about to say that, right?
But I'm going to make it myself, that's for sure.
Black Pop sending you guys love.
BlackPopTv.
We love you. Thank you so much, Mai. Give me a hug.
Give me a hug also.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.